replay, just give me a little hashtag replay. If you're watching in live, feel free to comment below. I'll get back to your comments after this live. Do I want to keep this live on point as always with these kind of quick lives today? So in today, what we're going to be talking about is how you can increase your conversions from leads into clients using a very simple principle that hasn't really ever changed when it comes to marketing, when it comes to nurturing your leads and actually getting a higher conversion rate overall. So if we think about the modern day online world, okay, what's one of the biggest hurdles we have to overcome in this modern day online world? Skepticism. Yeah, I'm sure you would agree with that. So everybody, including yourself, including me, including, everybody in the world pretty much is very skeptical right now of anybody that's trying to sell something, pretty much, okay? So many people have been burnt when it comes to the online coaching space especially. So many people have heard of stories of other people being burnt when they've invested thousands of dollars into a coaching program that didn't work out for them. For whatever reason, whether or not it was the coach's fault or it was the actual client fault, so the person that's telling you they've been burnt fault. It doesn't really matter. Most people are now skeptical, but we have to try to overcome that, don't we? We have to try and build know, like, and trust up with our potential clients. And that's the one thing I see time and time again, people trying to bypass, trying to skip, especially with all of this kind of cold dealing strategy, straight to the point. That is purely just a numbers game where you're pretty much targeting the top 1% of your niche, of your target audience, just 1% of them. So you're probably missing out on somewhere between 97 and 99% of potential clients that you could be working with if only you had took the right approach. And if you do that, you're always going to be hustling. It's always going to feel like the right hustle to get the next sale. What I do instead is have leads come to you and actually make people feel like they can trust you, they know you, they actually see value in what you are providing to the world and that you're worth the investment into your program. So today we're going to talk about how we can actually decrease this whole skepticism and increase know, like, and trust. And what I've done for you is I've actually put a little graph together inside of Canva just to hopefully better demonstrate this. So let me see if I can share my screen. All right, awesome, cool. So there you go, as you can see. So as you can see there, we have this little Canva graph. I'm kind of in the way I can see that, so let me just move that out of the way a bit, and all right, that'll do. So on the right hand side there, let me just move that. On the right hand side, you can see that we have high authority, but on the left hand side, you'll see we have high skepticism. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to move people from this side here to this side here. And how do we do that? So the best way to do that again, tried and tested, always works. You listen to any of the long-term marketing experts and professionals out there, any of the real sales gurus as well as marketers. The one thing that we need to do is we need to build know, like, and trust with our clients, with our potential clients, before they will ever drop any money with you. Okay, if they don't know, like, and trust you and believe that what your offer and what you're doing and that you can actually provide the result you're promising, they're not going to give you any money whatsoever. Okay, so we do this providing value pretty much and having positive touch points, of course. So every time you have a positive impact on somebody, that's going to increase the know, like, and trust. They're going to like you more, they're going to know you a little bit better, and of course, if that positive impact is actually help them take that step from where they are to where they want to be, help take one step, even if it's just one step, they will begin to trust you more, okay? And we'll see more of an authority. So what we want to do whenever we're doing our lead generation systems, we want to have it in our mind. What's the next step after somebody becomes a lead? Is it to pitch them straight away? Is it to try and sell them our ticket program? Or is it to provide maximum to build know, like, and trust so we can close more people faster? Because you will. If somebody comes into your world and you are just a value machine, you are literally helping them take leaps and strides towards where they want to get to, they're going to feel more connected to you. They're going to feel like, okay, this person actually cares about me and they're not just after my money. Okay, and of course, that will lead to more money in the long term. Okay, funny how it works. By providing more value, you will actually have more money in the long term. So we want to do this by providing value. But how can we do that? There's so many different ways you can actually decrease skepticism and provide value. So number one is you could create a mini course for them to go through. You could literally do something, a mini course that gives them the results from A to B. You could do something like a 5-day challenge or something like that. You could do a series of masterclasses, of workshops, of webinars, a series of Facebook Lives in your community group. You could even just provide value content going out on emails, linking them to a YouTube video if you wanted to. Okay, all you need to do is provide value. Gary Vee said it best years ago now, and it literally is the whole jab, 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 right hook. So you're going to jab, 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 provide value, 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 make an offer. Then value, 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 make an offer. Provide 3 to 4 times as much value as every time you make an offer, okay? So that's exactly how I recommend you do this. And of course, skepticism is battled with not just value, but by providing case studies and testimonials, by having a really strong offer that helps decrease the risk in them not getting that desired result. So it could be, you could say something like, I'll help you get XYZ result. And if you do not achieve that within this time frame, as long as you've done the work and you put in the effort, I will give you a full refund plus extra cash just to say sorry if your program does not live up to the expectations and gets them that desired result. Okay, so by pairing all these things together, value, an excellent offer, an excellent guarantee, excellent testimonials and case studies and everything like that, all together, that's actually just going to help you increase authority and decrease skepticism, of course. So when it comes to your next marketing campaign, whether or not that is you doing a lead magnet type of campaign to generate some leads, whether or not you're going to be running a challenge or a webinar. And actually, I work with a lot of people that do challenges like 5-day challenges. And what they say over and over and over again is they will find that most people don't convert on the first challenge. They convert actually after 2, 3, or even a year later, because now they built enough know, like, and trust. And anybody that says that you don't need to have that long cycle, I mean, yes, there's always going to be cases, like I said, 1 to 3%. They will literally hand cash to the next person that says, I can fix your problem. That's great. And yes, you can capitalize on them right away as well by doing these things. But you still have to provide some type of value. You have to build a bit of a connection up front. And in most cases, when that does happen, a lot that have actually been maybe followed most people. Now they've just been presented with an offer, all of that kind of build and trust for so long. So when it comes to your campaign, think about not just that campaign, but what can I do after for those people that still need more nurturing. Okay, so what can you do after somebody jumps on a live webinar? And even if you make an offer on that webinar, then what? What can you do to provide more value to them? Think about the journey that they need to go through to get to the result that they want to achieve. How can you help them go through and take care of some of those steps? How can you help them, at 1, at point 2, at point 3, at point 4, all the way up to point 12? How can you provide to them, giving them tools, giving tips, giving them resources or video trainings or Audible even, just things that can help provide value, because you're not providing value to them into their life and helping them get that result, but you're building more expert positioning for yourself as well. And that's the key thing here that I really want to drill into you. Okay, so I hope this little quick session has been very helpful for you. Again, questions you have on this, please feel free to drop them in the comments. But this will, if you take advice and you do focus on a value first approach, giving positive touch points, helping without expecting anything in return, okay, just that type of mentality, you will see a huge improvement from your conversions from leads into clients, okay, into leads into calls, leads into clients. Okay, if you're struggling to close people on calls, probably because you've not nurtured them enough prior to the call. They're coming onto a call knowing you, somebody else, you're a stranger in the street in most cases. So why should they trust you? Don't yet. So even if you don't close them on the call, think to yourself, how can I now follow up with this person so strong that in 3 months' time, in 2 months' time, in 1 month's time, in 2 weeks' time, they will come back begging to work with me. That type of an attitude. Okay, how can I provide so much value and proof that what we do works and all that stuff? How can you do that? Because most of the time it's not the price that's holding them back. You might say it is, but really, if anybody is truly motivated to make a change, they can find the money. They can either put a credit card, well, in most cases, not always, of course. They can take a loan out. They can ask a family member. They can get some extra shifts at work if they need to. They can pay for you and your help if they're truly willing to make a change and they truly believe that you are the person that can help them do that. We have to really have those two things in place. Okay. All right. So, like I mentioned, any questions you have, please feel free to drop them below in the comments. I'll get back to you ASAP on that side of it as well. But we're going to just a quick one on this. Because again, it's something I'm really trying to implement and help my personal clients who I work with one-to-one and group coaching sessions to really help them implement this and making sure that we actually build as much knowledge and trust as physically possible and as quick as physically possible as well with our potential clients, so we can, of course, convert them from a lead into a book call and into a client, of course. But however, just to end on that, I must say that what I've kind of talked about today is for those of you who have already got a system that's generating leads. Okay, you really need to. The whole point of a lead generating system isn't to sell somebody. It's not. It's to create an opportunity to allow someone to get to know you better. That is it. It's literally getting your potential clients to raise their hands and say, "I'm interested in what this person is talking about." That's it. I'm going to go into their world. I'm going to give them my details, and I'm going to hear what they have to say. That is pretty much what they're doing. Okay, it's your job then to nurture that relationship and to really hold their hand and help them take some of those steps, so that then they feel comfortable enough handing you however much money you're asking for. Whether you're asking for $96 or $10,000 or $20,000. Ideally, you need to build knowledge and trust with your potential client to get them over the line to hand you some. Right, so really think about that. Take a piece of pen and paper out right now. Write down some notes on that. How can you do it? What can you do? What type of training videos can you do to help them? What type of resources can you give them that will help them? Okay, it could be workbooks, could be tools, could be online tools or whatever. What can you do for them? Just because you're such a nice person to help them get a result. Okay, it could be something that takes you 5 minutes, but it means the world to this person. Okay, think about just things like this. Anything that you can do to help them get the result that they're looking for before you even ask for a penny. Simple as that. Right, I'm going to end it there. Before I could go on and on forever for this one. Okay, so hopefully that's been helpful. Again, take some time right now, 5-10 minutes, and just put some ideas on paper. And that is it. Then your next step will be, of course, to go ahead and start implementing those ideas. If you whatsoever to set, you need to make sure that you generate leads, you have these lead conversion systems in place, the offers to help you, just do everything that you need to do to systemize and scale your coaching business to get the success that you want, then please feel free to get in touch as always, and I will do my best to help you, set up these right systems and obviously achieve these goals that you're looking to achieve. Happy to offer support or any advice as well if you're just looking for some advice on that. That's it for me. Thanks very much for watching.